You're watched. All the time, actually, even as we speak. Your every action is documented thoroughly, and the more interesting they find you, the more they will call to observe you. And no, they are not human. They are not mortal. In fact, as far as I know, they are not material in any way, which aids them in staying hidden. But I found a way to spot them. And if you're curious as to how many of them are following you around too, I encourage you to keep reading. Obtain 5 bottles made of glass. Wine ones work just fine, for example. Additionally, you'll need a piece of fabric, big enough to cover yourself with. A pair of scissors will also be required, as well as a sachet of corn or wheat grains. Last but not least, find a quiet place where you will not be disturbed. I should warn you ahead of time that if anyone happens to find or come across you when you are performing the ritual, you both will drop dead immediately. This is because the floaters do not like to be discovered and acknowledged. So that being said, do not cut any corners when it comes to finding a safe spot to perform the ritual. Once you find yourself there, prepare your setup by arranging the 5 bottles in a circle. The distance between them should be about the same. Their necks should point towards the middle, and the circle should be around 5 feet in diameter, or the distance from fingertip to fingertip if you spread your arms straight to your sides. Around the bottles, set up a second circle by spreading your corn or wheat. You may then take your place inside the circle, but there is one more step to do before I tell you how to start the ritual. You must cut 2 holes in your piece of fabric, big enough so that once you are covered with it, you may see properly. You should look just like an improvised she-ghost on Halloween. If every step has been completed, then you may move on with the incantation. Recite the following verses. In darkest night beneath the skies, send me a rooster which is wise. He'll keep all spirits tight at bay, he'll keep all demons far away. And when he sings, all will be done, and when he sings, it will be dawn. Soon enough, you should hear faint movements somewhere around you. You should not be afraid, for this is the rooster you've asked for. He will find your ritual place, and he will start eating the grains you've placed outside your circle. Now pay close attention to this part. See, whenever he reaches the first bottle, you must take said bottle and break it. Spread the pieces around you to fill the empty space the rooster has created by eating the grains. At this point, find the biggest piece of shattered glass and close one eye. With the other eye, look through the shattered glass, and you shall see them. The floaters are there, with you. Most people have at least 3 of them, with an average of 7 or 8. You'll see them as black silhouettes with piercing red eyes. Normally, they are forming a circle around you, and they follow you around wherever you may go. The more you look at them, the more details you will be able to make out. People have described them as having pointy ears or even tiny horns, with their head looking sort of flat or at least wider than that of a human. Some say they have gaping mouths, others say they have seen beaks on them. A lot of folks seem to describe these things as gigantic owl people, with their supposed wings always closed and concealing their bodies. As you stare at them and come up with your own theories as to what they are, make sure you check on your rooster from time to time. Every time he finishes a new segment of grains from bottle to bottle, you must break the next bottle and scatter the shattered pieces to fill in the circle. You must not neglect this at any point, as failing to keep up will result in your, well, untimely demise. You will be spotted and instantly killed. They do it quite quick and mess-free, with the most likely culprit being them stopping your heart. Now, to end the ritual, and make sure you are safe, you must wait for the rooster to finish the grains, and make sure that by the end of it, you are surrounded by a circle of glass pieces. When he's done, he will start singing. And this will be the exact moment the first ray of sunlight rises above the horizon. Wait for the rooster to walk away and disappear from your field of vision. This is important. Then you will be able to safely exit the circle. As to what exactly these creatures are, there have been many theories. Perhaps the friendliest of them is that they are scribes, angels sent by God to record your every action on earth, with the ultimate purpose of presenting said data as evidence on your final judgment. Another theory says that they are ancestral spirits who follow you to make sure you fulfill your destiny. Believers of such things also say that they attempt to interfere with your free will and force you through certain events that make you pick whatever future fulfills the needs of your ancestors. In other words, they live through you to make sure their own will and agenda is ultimately put into action. Yet another idea says that these entities are studying us. They are not good nor evil, and they have no idea of what morality or empathy and compassion mean. It is said they may or may not interact with us depending on what they want to find out or better understand on our plane of existence. To them, we are test subjects at best. The reality of it, and perhaps the most unsettling aspect, is that we have no idea what they are, how they found us, and what their intentions are. For now, they observe. The only problem is, they hate if we observe them back. Hello there, my little ghost, and thank you for joining me for yet another story. I really hope you enjoyed this one. I most definitely enjoyed writing it for you. And if you did actually have a great time listening to this, I would really appreciate if you supported me with just a simple push of a button to like this video. And or maybe perhaps if you feel like it, subscribing to the channel to join our little graveyard community. Thank you so much. And oh, before I go, don't forget to turn on all notifications to make sure you know when I upload a new story. Alright, bye bye.